Hello, my name is Cindy, and I am one of the CareVoyant application specialist trainers. Today, we're going to cover how to document in CareVoyant Mobile. So first thing you'll do is you will go to your URL that is given to you by your supervisor. This will take you to the CareVoyant login screen. You'll use your user ID that you've been assigned, and then you will enter your password. You'll see I do have an additional step as a CareVoyant employee that I have to enter my email, but you will not need to do that. Then you'll enter your password. Now, I do want to point out that when I enter my user ID, if it's a valid user ID, my company name will populate. Now, I'm going to enter something different, just an arbitrary name. So you could see that that user ID does not exist. So that would mean that my user ID is incorrect. Now, when I used a valid user ID, the company name populates. Then I enter my email because I am a CareVoyant employee, and then I can go to the password field. So you'll enter your password and click the login button. The first time you log in, you will be prompted to enter a one-time passcode. That passcode is sent to the email that is attached to your employee profile in CareVoyant. So you go and retrieve your passcode. And go ahead and enter it and submit. Once you click submit, you will notice that you'll get a message saying that it's syncing the data between the device and the server. That just means that it's pulling down all of the most recent information that has been entered since you were last online and updating all of that information to your device. Once the data sync has completed, you can just go ahead and tap that OK icon, and you'll be on your home screen. I'm going to go through the home screen, but I won't go through it in detail right now. We're going to focus on how to do and complete a visit. But there will be some tips and tricks that I will share with you in a subsequent video. So the first thing you'll notice is at the top, we have our CareVoyant. That's just the software. It's our company, just so you know that you're using our software. On the right, you could see that I am online. I have pretty good reception. And then I have a little hamburger menu here. Excuse me. In the hamburger menu, if you click on that, there's a couple of things I'll point out. One is that anywhere you are, if you click that hamburger menu and touch that home button, you'll go back to your home screen. That just tells you about the version and application and service version, our privacy statement, work offline. So you do have the ability to work offline in CareVoyant. So if you do not have a stable internet connection, you can go ahead and work in the offline mode. We'll cover that a little bit more in a subsequent video. Sync now goes along with the work offline. You can change your password here, and you can clear your site data. Clear site data is a function that you would use if things seem to be a bit sluggish or not functioning properly. If you clear that site data, it's very similar to clearing your cache. So that will just get rid of all the excess stuff that's built up in your cache and hopefully resolve whatever issue you're having. And then the logout. So back on your main screen, it'll say welcome, and it's going to display your name. The I will just give information about you. as a clinician. You'll have my schedules. My schedules will give you a list of your schedules for the day, and we'll go into this a little bit more in just a few minutes. My messages. So in my messages, this is a HIPAA compliant messaging system, and you will have messages sent to you by other CareVoyant users. You access those messages by clicking in this icon, and that will open up your inbox. So these are all of my messages in my inbox. You can toggle to different boxes. So if I had something related to my schedules or a shift offer, now we're going to go ahead and take a look at your schedules. Clicking on the My Schedules bar will display your schedules for today. At the top, you'll have arrows that will take you forward and backward a week at a time. You can also scroll up and down just using your finger to go up and down, or you can touch on the different days to go from day to day. So now I'm back on today's schedules. A couple of things to point out is that if I click on this bar anywhere, it's going to bring up information about the patient. So this is about that schedule that you're going to do. Any additional information that you need access to. So for example, here's an allergy, and then here's where a gate code could be stored. I'm going to go ahead and go back. If you need directions to the home, you can go ahead and click on the little map icon, and that will pull up Google Maps, and you'll be able to navigate to the patient's home. And now we're going to start a visit. So we are going to do the personal care visit. I'll click on the Start button. This is going to create the clinical note attached to the visit. Okay, so the first thing you will do when this screen opens is you'll click that Start Visit button to start your visit, which is essentially the same as clocking in. CareVoyant will update to the current date and time. The next thing you want to do is you're going to work through these tabs to complete your note. The first one is going to be your ISP. In the ISP, you're going to see your goals. So here's the patient's goal, and here's the task associated with the goal. Here, you're going to enter any comments. Right here. And then you'll be able to go on to your next goal. Before we do that, if you click the question mark, there is additional information in this field. Now we'll go ahead and go on to our next goal and then our next task. Once again, we're in a free text. And once again, if you need additional information, it will be listed in that question mark. When you're done with your ISP, click this complete check mark. Just touch that. What that will do is it's going to turn this tab of your note green. Then you'll move to the complete visit. You will select End Visit. CareVoyant will update the end date and time. You'll see the duration here says an hour. That was the scheduled time. And now it is your updated time here. And when you're done with this tab, just go ahead and touch Complete. It will turn this tab green and the Start Visit tab green. The next tab is capturing your patient's signature. You'll just touch Get Signature. They'll be able to use their finger or a mouse and sign the note. Click Confirm to confirm that patient's signature. It will update the date signed and time by the patient. And there is an additional text area if it's needed, where you could just click on that and enter any notes necessary regarding that patient's signature. If you do enter anything here, this will turn orange. So once you're done with the signature, click Complete. Once all of your tabs are green, you can click Sign Note, and at the bottom, you will click Sign, and here it's going to tell you, it's going to put the note in completed status, the date and time you're signing, and you will simply enter your password and click Continue. You'll get a message saying the note is successfully signed, and you will click OK, and you could go on to your next schedule. Thank you for your time, and if you have any questions, reach out to your supervisor, and they will assist you. Thank you. Bye-bye.